hooting?
It was me, listening. Don't touch me.
Oh, calm down, Woof Woof. Now, please, let's not end up like this.
According to my husband, everything to do with home, school or garden is my department.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. And I understand why. It's deathly, all of it, deathly.
If you think it's so deathly, why have children in the first place?
Perhaps Benjamin senses your lack of interest.
Yes. What lack of interest?
You just said that you thought it was better. Get a basin! Get a basin! Oh, this is ridiculous. Screw on to the bathroom. It looks like your suit ain't supposed to be.
Hi, my name is Tim Williams. I'm on the stage of the Stirling Players' latest production, God of Carnage. Now, if you're watching this video, it's because either you're one of the many hundreds of people that it seems asking us how did we do the vomit scene. So we're going to explain exactly how we did that. It's all a bit trickery. Now, if you're also watching this video because you're about to embark on a production of God of Carnage and you're looking for some technical tips, well, hopefully this will help you as well. We sort of trolled through a lot of the YouTube clips available. And we reckon ours is the best solution. It's the easiest and simplest, and it's worked every night that we've done it without fail. So here we go. This will be showing you how to do the vomit scene from God of Carnage.
Okay, this is the actual mechanism for the vomit machine. We have a simple PVC construction, sealed at the bottom, a little reservoir at the bottom here, outtake valves, and at the top a small inlet valve here with a small gauge on top, a pressure gauge, which when we unscrew the top to fill this mechanism, you'll see there's a pressure gauge there. So what we do is we fill the vomit mixture into the top of this, fill it up to, we tend to fill it up reasonably high so it gives a good pressure on it. Once the liquid is in there, this is actually sealed up. These are all PVC seals up to 200 psi, so very high standards in that respect. This is sealed, just an O-ring inside, and then we actually pressurise it through this to a certain pressure before we actually go any further. Okay, to pressurise the vomit machine, we have a standard compressor that will actually go up to 115 psi, which is more than adequate than we require. And all we need to do to prime it is the outlet valve, and we plug it in.
So,
This is Jan, and Jan is in charge of the vomit.
Vomit. So I tried a few things in my kitchen at home first, and it needed to be something that looked organic, so the colour was a bit difficult to get. In the end, we came up with this green tea dessert mixture, and we changed it. It makes it very green, so to make it a little bit of a different colour, we had ordinary tea. Just a bit of hot water, because otherwise it doesn't mix up very well, and then tip it up with cold water.
How many litres are we making?
I was just about to say it's 3 litres, because that's, with all the priming of the tubes and everything, that's how much is needed.
Okay, as described, we remove the top pressure seal to fill up the mechanism. Long thread to make sure the seal is tight. Having had the mixture mixed up, all we need to do is fill this, ensuring that the bottom valve is closed. We require to just seal the unit. Doesn't need to be extremely tight because there's a good O-ring in there that actually creates the vacuum in there. Connect the pressure hose, and now slowly open the valve so that we're bringing, in this situation we actually did many a test on rehearsals to actually work out that a pressure of about 60 psi is what we require for the show. The line from the bottom valve is here. It's just a valve, open valve tubing. This in our case goes under the stage here. It actually comes up through here. There is a power lead going to another switch over there that we require. This is the main line. Comes into a hole in the back. It actually just sits up the back of the couch. At the moment it's out because we need to bleed the line. Pretty easy. This is a one-way valve on the end of it, so that if any liquid is in there, it won't actually leak out. But to actually bleed it, we have just a connector to open the line so that we can bleed it. So that is all that's required. As you can see, the line has been bled. I've turned off the valve. Nothing more will come out without any pressure going through. So once we get a full line bleed, this will now not leak. We pull the line back in through underneath the couch, which the audience cannot see, and it is actually put in place just here, and one of the cast will actually check that it's actually in position for them when they do the connection. Okay, you're on. So once we've bled the line, we actually need to check the pressure. If we look at this, you'll see that the pressure is actually down to probably about 20, or it's around 40 psi, which we wanted about 60. So again, we need to bleed it up higher. That's about 60 psi, which is what we'll set it for the show. With the actual time of actually running the show and the timing of the vomiting, this has to be practiced well to get the timing and the actions required to make it sink in with the actor and doing their actions on stage. When the time comes and I can see it, all I need to do is open the valve and shut it, open the valve and shut it. She actually vomits twice in our production, one sequence after the other. So it's a simple, we found that it was a simple one like this, that sort of action. And that actually provides the vomit to go out because it's all been pressurised. The only bit that hasn't been pressurised is the line between that last valve and the lead going up along Annette's body to her hand, which is a very short distance, and of course it takes very little time to go through.
Okay, so here we are, just before closing night of God of Carnage in Adelaide. We're about to reveal the secret of how we do the vomit on stage. So over here we have the lovely Petra Schulenberg, who plays Annette. And we'll just show you how Annette is rigged up. She has a plastic tube running from her wrist all the way up her sleeve, under her dress, and then down the back comes in here, and we've got it tucked into her pants there, and there's actually a non-return valve in there to stop the vomit flowing back in awkward directions. So Petra dresses herself up and she wears this jacket all the way through until the vomiting scene. Then, when we get to the part where Petra needs to vomit, she's sitting down on the couch and she declares that she's feeling dizzy. I'm playing Alan, by the way. My name's Paul Talbot. And I sit down next to Petra, and while all of the dialogue is going on, I reach down here and pull out our cable that we have from the end of our vomit tube and reach under Petra's clothes, and all during the dialogue we click this together, and then I pop that back there. And then, now that Petra is all hooked up to the tubing, we go through the dialogue, and when we get to the special part in the play, it's over to Petra. And it's just as disgusting every night. So that is how we do the vomit scene in God of Carnage Adelaide.
Well done.